everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, I'm Hisbury. For today's book review, I will be reviewing It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is my first Colleen Hoover book, and I got into this book knowing that there's such a big hype about it, but I didn't know what the book was about. I just knew that everyone said it was a really good book. I wanted to read it as early as possible because I heard there's a movie adaptation coming out real soon, and I wanted to read it first and then get to the movie. So without further ado, let's get into the review. This book is about Lily Bloom, who grew up with an abusive father. He was only abusive to her mother, not her. She didn't like her mom staying with him. She also grew up with a guy named Atlas, who was homeless, so at night she'll tend to him in her room. He will come to her room through the window, but he was beaten up when her father found out about it. She didn't know what happened to him later on because it was kind of embarrassing for the whole family after finding out that a guy was spending his time in Lily's room. Fast forward a few years later to her dad's death, she meets a guy named Ryle on the rooftop at an apartment who's a neurosurgeon. They start dating. However, when things go wrong, he's abusive due to his temper and something dark in his past. So with Atlas later on reappearing in her life, she has to navigate her feelings with a very concerned Atlas and a possessive and jealous Ryle. I like how Lily managed to break the abusive cycle despite, Ryle not being as abusive as her father. She decides to break that cycle for her newborn daughter later on. I really admire Lily for that. She also gets her happy ever after at the end, so yes, I really enjoyed the ending, and I was quite ecstatic reading it. I also liked how detailed the author was with Ryle's good side, but also balanced it with his bad temper. There's a quote that I like from Ryle on his first meeting with Lily, and it goes like this. "There's no such thing as bad people. We're all just people who sometimes do bad things." I kind of like that quote. It lets you see someone from a different perspective. I don't know. It's just a really wholesome quote. I just liked Ryle's attitude, although, yeah, it's due to his past trauma, but that doesn't justify him for his actions towards Lily. I also disliked Atlas over concern over someone who's married. Like, yeah, I get your concern, but please know your boundaries. I didn't really get the hype about the book. I mean, I did enjoy reading the book. I found it was a really good book, but I didn't get, like, some people told me it was a very sad book. It's the saddest book you've ever read. But I felt like, meh, I get it. I get what happened. Okay, it's not that sad. But then I remember I got into this book with the understanding that there's a big hype about it. So yeah, lesson learned. I shouldn't think about the hype when reading it. I would give an easy 10 out of 10 for this book since it was a really, really good book. The flow was absolutely perfect, and from just one book, I can see why people adore Colleen Hoover's writing. I really can't wait to continue on her next book. So that's the end for my book review for It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I also recommend you to, if you haven't read it, go and read this book. It was a really, really good book. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more book review videos. That's all for now. I'll see you soon.